Couple things real quick. One, does anyone actually really care about music? Abby, you're excluded because you'll probably get to DM this at some point. I ask because I have a great selection of music picked out. The problem is YouTube sucks and throws advertisements on everything. So it's up to you. I won't be hurt if nobody wants to do music. I just want to know in advance so I know who to PM it to.
I'm just not going to because
Yep.
I want to post this.
Okay, cool. You want it, Kai?
Why don't you just like drop it in the main Discord?
Okay, yeah, I'll just do it as I go. I'll try not to miss them. I have a lot. Second thing, this adventure is clearly a one-shot. That being said, well, what I'm going to leave it at is I'm really not going to repeat things. So abuse Discord, take notes as crazy as you can, because if you miss something, it could end up biting you in the butt. So
let me just open up Scrivener then, just so I have a place to jot notes.
Oh yeah, get ready for some good shorthand. Third thing, if everyone could send me a quick, I'm assuming you'll have phones next to you, a quick photo of your character sheet. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just PM it to me in Discord. I would appreciate it. Or okay, that's fine. PM me your health and your armor class and your name. Basically, things I need to kill you.
Oops. Come on. Give me paint.
Does anyone have any questions before we begin? Okay, now to open up a message with King Koala.
Let's throw this in the desktop for a second. There we go.
13? Kai?
Yep.
How did you do that?
He doesn't have any armor.
You know you get your dex and your con modifier, right?
Yeah, as a barb.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Holy God. Okay.
You rolled terribly.
Jesus Christ, man.
He rolled terribly, or he rolled...
Those are my stats.
No.
And unfortunately, you're not
Pretty average.
Unfortunately, you're not level 14, so being a zealot barb doesn't really help all that much right now.
Okay, I need a writing utensil because I'm a lazy DM. No, it's fine, thank you. Okay. Oh my God, I should have had you all not PM me because now I have 5 billion notifications. Rip.
Well, you did ask for that.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna put it just in the main, but it's like, well, no, you specifically said.
Yeah, I'm filling out my sheet now so I can send you a...
Don't worry about it. Actually, I guess I don't need your armor class. Is anyone using Roll20?
I do have my character sheet in Roll20, yes, but...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just curious.
It's not in a centralized game, and it would be hard for me to import it to one if you were wanting to
roll. Oh,
no.
No. I'm just wondering because I was going to say I trust you all to keep a level of integrity and...
Right.
Yeah. Basically, I'm parroting myself from earlier this week.
Although, I actually rolled really well for my stats, though, so...
I rolled too well, and I decided I was just going to use standard array instead. I didn't like it.
Hey, I rolled too well once, and I decided to nerf myself, and then I missed every other shot.
It's not fun playing a super statted character, IMO.
I rolled 3 14s and 2 10s, or I'm sorry, 4 14s and 2 10s, and I decided that was just not enough variety, so I just switched to standard array.
I mean, I rolled a 16 and a 14, and with being dwarf, that bumps to an 18 and a 16.
Oh, there you go.
Oh God, people! Some of you have so much health, some of you have so little. Holy
Only level
cow.
2.
No, I know. Okay, so
I went 3 just because I wanted to have the.
oh man. Okay, well that's good because this is gonna make combat really fun. Okay, let's get this going, and I'm gonna. Where's Kai? There we go. Okay, have fun listening to ads, Kai. I apologize. Okay. You find yourselves within the second floor library of the Mages Guild of Silverwolf after a catastrophic event caused a large number of books to fall from their shelves. Rumors have been spreading that a large cat had wrought havoc upon the guild. However, some also said that it was a dragon made of inky shadows. Although Silverwolf is a strange place, both of these stories seem far-fetched. Normally, an event like this wouldn't concern you. However, you couldn't resist a reward of 1 silver piece per reorganized book. Easy money is easy money. A number of volumes have been spread across a square table that you have been seated around. Most of them seem to be nothing more than textbooks or basic spell tomes. Most of them have been filled with mind numbing cantrips. However, there is one in particular that has caught your eye time and time again. The book is bound with sand, brown leather, and polished brass. And you can all feel free to introduce yourselves. I'm basically putting you in a scenario where you sat down for work with random people.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I'll just start, I suppose. I am Dronroth Eganem, mountain dwarf fighter, and I'm doing this because I was not told to, but I learned there was money involved.
Good money there is.
Mhm.
Okay, I am Zara Isa, a female human druid, circle of the land. I pretty much live in the desert, and I'm all about, protecting the desert. I guess why am I here? I am here because
I got lost. I was looking for a map.
I needed to consult the Mages Guild's library to get some information on something that I was looking into out in the desert, and I saw an opportunity to make some quick scratch that I could, use for later.
You said it's 1 silver piece per book?
Yep.
Okay, so you see before you, busily putting as many books as he possibly can away. A tall tiefling. He has a barbarian's gladiator's harness on, a leather harness on, and normal plain leather pants. He has only 1 horn that looks like a ram's horn. The other one is broken in half, and his skin is like a dull jasper, so it's like dull orange. And he's just whistling to himself while he puts away all these books.
Okay.
My character is Valme Vivictus, but my friends call me May, which you guys are all now because we're buddies. And I'm just here trying to help out. I'm a paladin, and yeah.
Did you just make yourself a sibling of Vertus?
He's my big brother.
They actually planned this out in advance.
Oh my god. You realize the implications. I have to write this into the other campaign now. You understand that, right?
So how many
Okay.
villagers did you kill?
So you can each manage to put away 10 books times your level, so 10 silver times your level, before your table is run out of
Okay.
books within the hour.
Okay, so 30 silver.
I would like to rage and put away twice as much. Is that okay?
Sure, go
I
for
would
it.
then like to invoke
So
my
I am-
second
But-
wind.
But that is going to take one of your rages.
That's fine. I'm
Okay.
I'm rage working.
So within the middle of this table, there's a book which none of you have grabbed yet.
My action surge to take it.
You want to take the book?
Oh Christ.
Okay. Bronoff, sorry, can I get that pronunciation again? Jake?
Oh, Drone Roth.
Dronroff. Oh my gosh. I love how the dwarf reaches for the book first. Jornroth, as you take the book, you see its title, and it reads The Princess of the Sands.
Well, that's a rather worthless title, wouldn't you say?
I
Look at me, I'm princess of a whole bunch of destroyed rock.
actually glare at Droner. I don't like what he just said. But I am interested in the book now.
I stop temporarily raging and kind of glance over, and I'll walk over and just start chuckling. What are you doing with this? And I'll snatch the book out of his hand.
Okay.
I feel like there should be a contesting strength there.
Hey, we can share.
You want to try to take it back?
Of course.
All right. I'll sit down, and I'll at the table, and I'll put my elbow on the table with my arm in. Come take it from me.
Are we really
All right,
starting
make
this?
it quick. Make it quick. Let's do it. Sure. Roll your strength contest. Get your EP on. Let's
Are we-
do it.
all right, is this just straight
Straight
strength?
strength to strength.
Then 12.
21.
So
Okay.
I'm running
So-
at you. You just have your hand on my head. I'm like, get
So, Glory, you get the book.
All right,
What are you
so
doing
as
with
we're arm wrestling though, I kind of make a show of it and make him seem like he's gonna beat me and just slam his hand on the table all at once. I kind of look at the book. Do I recognize the title?
You don't.
I don't. All right, I'll thumb it open.
As you open the book, sand begins to pour from its spine, quickly filling the room in the blink of an eye. You feel yourself begin to suffocate as your lungs fill with sand, your ribs shattering beneath the weight of the eroded rock. You see one more glimpse of light from the stained glass windows which adorn the walls of the library, and then there's nothing. Without warning, you're falling, and you're falling fast.
Is this
Let's
all
roll
of us
some
or just him?
initiative. All of you.
Okay.
I was about to say, is this a total party wipe?
Surprise. Okay, adventure's over. Initiative rolls when you're ready. Let's see it.
Initiative of 1.
Oh, boy.
4.
18.
21. I am not like my brother.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
And Vaughn isn't even here to defend himself.
I heard a 20. Okay.
It was
I'm last.
21, 18, 4, and 2.
4
right?
Okay.
Or 4 and 1?
Yeah, 1.
Yeah, 4 and 1.
Because I have a -1 modifier.
The wind tears across your face as you plummet towards the ground below. As your eyes begin to adjust to the tears streaming down your cheeks, you're able to discern that the world no longer has color. Everything you can see is gray. Beneath you rests a sea of sand. However, there's something else. A traveler. The traveler stands beneath you while weaving their body through an onslaught of dog-sized scorpions within a cloud of shifting sands. They wear a set of colorful robes, which covers them from head to toe, spare a narrow opening for their eyes. The robes seem to dance alongside them, and travel as more of a partner than as an article of clothing. I'm also going to need a dexterity saving throw to see how and where you land, and I'm going to need to know where you want to land in comparison to these scorpions and this traveler.
Dex save is 10.
Okay.
I would like to land away from the scorpions. I don't much care about the traveler, but my dex save is only 7.
I wanna-
So
I want to land in the middle, and my dex save 6.
I'd like to land by them and 13.
I would like to land on one of the dogs. Or scorpions.
these are like scorpion-ass scorpions. These aren't like giant scorpions, are they?
They are dog-sized.
Oh, okay.
They're larger than your standard scorpion.
Okay.
Valamai, you come to a graceful landing within the group, sort of backing up the traveler as scorpions flank her. Unfortunately, Zara, you come plummeting down almost on top of the traveler. Gloria, you come down in a similar fashion, and you come down accidentally crashing onto a scorpion, but you still hit your mark. It just was less than graceful. And Dronoff, you're able to also accomplish your goal as well. As you come within a few feet of the ground, however, you see the traveler make a labored gesture towards you amidst their fluid movements as your descent slows rapidly. Your body aches from the rapid change in velocity, yet for the most part, you remain uninjured. The scorpions take notice of you from the moment your feet touch the sand, your every movement broadcasting your location to them. You guys have one traveler who is fending off 8 of these scorpions. Valmai, you're up.
Oh shit, it's May.
Sorry, May.
It's okay. That threw me off. I'm gonna attack the closest scorpion with my spear to kind of keep it at a distance from me.
All right, go ahead and roll.
22.
Easily hits.
2 damage.
Actually doesn't kill it. Okay. Zara, you're up.
All right. So, am I surrounded by scorpions right now? It's all around the traveler.
You said that you were going off to the outside of them, so you are not.
Okay, but you said that
You're
I was
kind of on the outside of this ring.
But you said that I pretty much came down almost on top of the traveler because I was just trying to get clear.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, because you had a poor deck save. Yes, correct. My bad.
So, I'm surrounded. Is that
You are surrounded. Yes.
I'm gonna run into one of the scorpions and use gust and try to push it out of the way so I can get kind of clear.
Okay.
So, oh shoot. This didn't work the way I wanted it to. Let's push that. God damn it. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
You seize the air and compel it to create one of the following effects. One medium or smaller creature that you choose must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 5 feet away from you.
Okay.
So, strength saving throw.
That is a 9.
Fails.
Not going to be
so,
your spell DC.
Yeah, I push it out of the way and I kind of get to the outside of the ring and try to get kind of clear of the scorpions. And like I'm kind of like making a big show and like waving my arms, trying to sort of scare the scorpions away.
Okay. As you do, they seem less than phased. They're more focused on downing this traveler than anything else.
Okay.
It's a scorpion's turn. Let's see. Holy cow. 3 of you are hit, actually. Wow. May, you get hit with a nat 20,
Really?
and you take a stinger just to the abdomen for 6 points of damage.
Alrighty then.
Glory, you are also hit. You take one to the leg for 4 points of damage, and Dronoff, you similarly. Those are good rolls.
It beat an 18?
Yeah, I did. I got a 20, an 18, and a 16. You take 2 points of damage from this stinger.
Is there any poison involved? Because if so, I have resistance.
No, there's not, actually.
Okay.
Just piercing damage.
Glory, yes. Glory, it's your turn.
All right. I will grasp onto the thorn bracelet on my arm and squeeze it and put myself into another rage. And I will go charging off towards the nearest dog scorpion.
Alrighty. Give me it to hit.
15.
That'll hit.
13 damage.
Oh, easily.
All right. I just rear back with my greatsword and I cleave it in half.
Okay. Dronoff.
Okay. In his one hand, he has a shield. In the other hand, he has his warhammer, which thematically is just a crowbar.
Okay.
Thematically, it's a crowbar, but actually, it's a warhammer. But and he's gonna smash the one that stung him.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. That is That's a 24. I think
That'll
that
hit. That will indeed hit.
hits with 11 bludgeoning.
That will absolutely crush it. Your warhammer comes sailing down upon the head of this scorpion, who, without even a second's notice, is crushed into oblivion. Top of the order, May.
Well, did the one that attacked me, was that the one I'd already hit?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna attack again, but this time with my longsword. Because I'm mad. 20
20 is going to hit.
and 10.
10 will obliterate it.
Yeah. Stupid scorpion.
Zara, you're up.
How many are left?
6.
Well, seeing as how just trying to scare him away doesn't work, I'm now more interested in protecting the person in front of me. So I'm just gonna run up to the nearest one and swing it out with my scimitar.
Okay.
14.
14 will hit.
And damage 7.
Easily destroyed.
Okay.
You cleave it in half with a single swoop of your scimitar. All right. Scorpions are up again. Let's roll some dice. All right. Zara, you are once again hit for 1 point of damage.
I didn't get hit last time, but okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Tronoff, you are also hit with a 19 for another 3 points of damage. The remaining scorpions do not meet their mark. Dronoff, on the other hand, is a favored target.
Great. I was wondering why I was getting my AC beaten.
The Traveler dispatches 2 of these scorpions with ease. However, as more scorpions arise from the sands around you, you notice that they begin to lose their footing amidst their dance. They're almost beginning to look desperate. Top of the round, May.
So did you say more travelers? Just
More
one?
scorpions, sorry.
Oh, more
I may have.
scorpions.
Even more allies.
I guess I'll just keep attacking. I'm guessing a 7 won't hit.
7 does miss. Zara.
So there's more scorpions appearing, and they look desperate now.
No, the Traveler does.
Oh, okay. Do I want to bust out a spell? I'll produce flame and chuck it at one of them.
Okay.
That's 2 separate actions.
No, it's not. When you as you cast it, you can throw it. It ends the spell, but I believe
Go for it.
that's a natural 20.
Okay.
Not that these scorpions have a lot of health anyways, but let's go 2d8. Six damage, fire.
Still does it.
Yeah. All right.
Gloria, it's your turn. I realize I skipped you last order. I'm sorry. Go ahead and make 2 actions.
All right. I swing at a scorpion for plus 23.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll really hit.
7 points of damage.
That will also kill it.
And the other one is a 21.
That will also indeed hit an armor class of 11,
And 8 points of damage.
which will also annihilate 4 hit points of Scorpion.
Oh, 4? I think I
Yep.
hit. If I hit, I kill.
Dronoff, you are up. I also skipped you last turn. I apologize. 2 actions, please.
Well, did you skip me?
I did.
Okay.
Don't argue with the DM.
Okay. I was just.
He's giving you an extra attack.
Okay, then I'm gonna do the same with my crowbar hammer. 23 hits and
Yeah, that will hit.
And I can't get lower than a 5, so I'm pretty sure it's dead. But let's see. That's
Yeah,
7.
it's okay. Yeah, it dies.
And then
You
on to
pry
the next-
apart the cart or the carapace of this scorpion. It's kind of gory, but Okay.
Yeah, get used to it.
I give him the thumbs up as I see the gore go everywhere.
And on to the next one. I am rolling really well. 22.
Yeah, that'll do it.
8.
You are a ferocious scorpion killer. It is a shame that you do not get a favorite enemy. Unfortunately, as you dispatch the last one, another dozen scorpions rise from the sands around you. These ones even bigger than the last.
I can do
traveler-
this all day.
The traveler glances at you with panic quickly before clapping their hands together moments before a scorpion would have been upon them. With a sound like thunder, the traveler and the scorpions are gone. Above where they once stood now rests a dark red rift. A stream of blank paper flows from the portal, dancing in the wind as they float towards the south.
A thing of paper starts to go
Yep.
towards the south.
Yeah,
The travelers are standing there.
no, they're gone. They and the scorpions are gone.
I go.
They have
Hey,
blinked
wait up!
from this distance.
I start chasing it.
No, there's nothing to chase.
Okay.
They're gone. They
Just-
blinked from this existence.
And there's just a piece of parchment floating in the wind.
A whole stream of it.
Oh, a whole stream of it.
I kind of look around and be like, "Hey guys, where the hell are we?"
This is like no desert you've ever seen, and I'm going to skip ahead for a description. As you look around, you begin to notice more details about the environment. First of all, despite how low the suns are, it's blisteringly hot. There's a large number of them. The suns rise not too far above the horizon before beginning their descent once again. They all appear to be gray to you, however, some of them more so than others. Additionally, no plants grow within the desert, and you see no sign of animals, water, shade, or anything else, really.
Guys, I know desert, and this isn't anything like I've seen before. We're gonna have to. I don't know what's going on here, but this is super unnatural.
What gave you that idea? The fact that we came into a desert from nothing more than a book?
And the fact that you're currently colorblind.
Yeah.
Can we see each other in color?
No. All you see is grayscale.
Well, this is weird.
I'm used to it. I was the one sent down into the mines to clear them out.
I better be getting paid for this. As I sheath my sword.
You and me both, Puddle.
Well, they said the books, but there's no books here, so.
Well, where the fuck are we? I look
Yeah,
around.
just
Is there
grab
any,
some
like,
of those papers, make your own book.
there's no like magical entities above us or anything. It's just desert everywhere.
Desert as far as you can see.
Okay.
There's nothing above you. Even the suns don't go high enough. They barely crest the horizon before dipping
The
down again.
suns. Multiple
Oh.
suns.
Oh yeah, there are like a dozen.
So this stream of parchment, is it like on the ground?
No, it's just kind of floating about the wind and just constantly streaming from this portal.
All right. Well, I guess
More of a
we
rift.
should probably follow that, right?
Well, I don't see anywhere else we can go. So might as well. Maybe we'll get paid at the end of that.
Is
What-
Stronner still looking relatively healthy? Like, is he okay?
I'm Drunruff is down by 5
Drunruff.
points, but
Okay.
otherwise fine.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, not worth wasting a spell slot on in the meta.
Okay. I mean,
Follow
yeah.
So,
their stream.
What do we do?
I'm charging into the portal.
You're charging into the portal?
You're
Yes.
you're walking on air.
Wait, I don't think that's a good idea.
So, Glory, this is kind of interesting. You charge to the portal, and for a split second before making contact with it, you see it in color. The
Oh.
portal is the only thing you've seen in color this entire time, and it's that deep red color. As soon as you're about to make contact with it, it vanishes, and the stream of papers ceases to flow down towards the south. There's still some dancing on the wind, but no more join them.
Anything
I
on those
hate
papers?
magic. I just start trudging towards the paper to follow it.
I shrug and start following him.
I start skipping towards the paper.
Dronoff, you were able to see that the papers, as they were still flowing, you could see that there was text on them of some sort, but they were moving so violently you couldn't really read them. Okay, so what are you doing as you travel? You're walking through this desert with it's seemingly completely void of life, and you just keep walking. It seems like you're almost not going anywhere at all, but you chase these papers in the wind. And they keep moving, and you keep moving. But it seems as if you're not going anywhere. What are you doing?
I don't know. I am super uncomfortable. Like, to be in this scenario where it's just nothing as far as the eye can see is not it's off-putting. Like even desert. Like I view desert as a place that's actually full of life if you know where to look for it. But for it to actually be actually empty is super uncomfortable for Zara.
Dronoff? Glory?
Is the paper in the air or on the ground?
They're just kind of streaming through the air.
Like how high up into the air? Like
6
really high?
feet, but they seem every step you take closer to them, they advance.
I'm just chasing after them, occasionally jumping up to try to grab them, and just getting more and more frustrated as they slip from my grasp every time.
It is infuriating because at one point you actually manage to kind of catch one off guard, and it reaches, your fingers reach it, and you feel it, and it still slips away.
I'm like excited at first, and then after we've done this for, I'm guessing, like hours, I'm kind of over it, and I want to try and throw a spear at one of the papers.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I was going to do the same thing with one of my shovels that are hand axes.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you throw this spear, and it goes straight through one of these pieces of papers. And where it would have hit the ground, it doesn't. After much walking, you see that you've now come to what seems to be a large cylindrical cliff within the desert. Beneath the cliff stands a small city nearly 60 feet below you. A set of sandstone steps leads down into the city along the inner edge of the cliff, and your spear goes tumbling down this kind of shaft. And you see it and you hear it hit the bottom when it reaches a stone below.
Now, what are the chances of that?
Wait, you just did one of the very few things that can be useful for a dwarf. History, not a check about stonework.
Yeah. You remember how I was saying I had to deal with that now?
Yep.
That's it. So to give you guys as clear of a picture as I can, basically if you think of a can of soda, a cylinder standing upright, that's kind of the shape of this cliff, and you're on the edge looking down within. There is a set of staircases that spiral along the inner edge of this cliff that goes down to its base.
I run up to the edge and look to see where my spear went.
You can see it clear as day down below.
Did it catch any paper?
It did. There's one piece of paper on the tip
Got one,
of your spear.
I look
I'm
down.
charging down the stairs.
Okay, I'm looking down the cliff. Does it look like this city down below or whatever? Does there seem to be any activity there at all?
No.
Okay, I start following down the stairs cautiously.
As you descend into the city, you're more able to understand its layouts. The city, the center of the city is a circular courtyard of sorts. Surrounding the open area are a number of archways which lead into the surrounding rock. Most of the archways appear to have collapsed, however, a number of them still stand, including the ones to the north, northeast, south, southwest, and west.
North, northeast, south, southeast,
Southwest.
southwest,
Yeah.
and west, which
That is correct.
west. So 5.
Lastly, you see a dark red rift about 30 feet above a well which stands in the center of the courtyard. You actually see it in color, all of you. It's odd. A number of items have been scattered about the area below. However, you see no signs of life whatsoever. May, your spear is also there.
I start approaching the portal.
You can't. It's 30 feet in the air.
Oh, okay.
It's basically hovering over the center of this city and basically the epicenter of this cylinder.
I grab my spear and carefully get the paper that I caught.
Okay, so as you reach the courtyard below, you notice that it is indeed perfectly circular. The ground is paved with polished sandstone bricks, which spiral outward from a well within the courtyard center. Although it's difficult to see from below, you can still make out the faint outline of the dark red portal which floats within the center of the city. As you take this paper from the spear, similarly to Glory's experience, it slips off your fingers and dances back off into the wind.
No, I hold it
You're
really
able-
tight.
You're able to see one set of words on it, and well, the one word you make out is princess.
I think we're looking
Meanwhile-
for a princess.
Meanwhile, I am investigate. I want to history check on the rock, on the stonework.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
So you look. This is really
That's
odd to you.
amazing.
You look at it, and you've seen works like this before, but you don't know anything about it. No matter how hard you rack your brain, you can't recall anything about it. You've seen so many things similar, but even to you, this seems abnormal.
Well, given that there's nothing but just sand around here, it doesn't make me that surprised that's all that they're using. But good God, man, this is very good.
It is very good indeed. In fact, I'm not sure that you've ever seen something quite this nice, unless you're like a connoisseur. But
In that case, can I use my crowbar to pry one, my crow hammer to pry one out?
so you try to pry one of these bricks out, and it comes loose. You're able to pick it up in your hand, and as you do, it turns into just these small orbs of golden light, which you also see in color, and they float off into the wind above you. As you look back down at the bricks, it seems like you've never taken one. The floor is completely whole.
I hate magic.
We can make a house with this, guys.
Did you say there was stuff on the ground around the portal, or
There
no?
is.
Okay, I want to
There's stuff
investigate that.
all in the center of the courtyard. So, within the courtyard, you are able to find a sun-bleached candle, a backpack of frayed leather, a discarded bedroll, a cracked wooden bucket, a variety of frayed clothes, a ladder of questionable quality, about 8 feet in length, a broken lamp, a dulled pickaxe, a cast iron pot, a length of sun-dried rope, a shovel with razor-sharp edges, and a collapsed tent peppered with holes.
Sun-dried rope, shovel with sharp edges.
I want that.
What was the
shovel.
last one?
I can't tell you.
10.
I will roll investigate to see what's there then.
May got it. She's standing over this tent peppered with holes.
I know what I'm doing for like the next 15 minutes. Cast mending on everything.
Wow, that's interesting. Another thing happens as you start, by the way, as you start looking around at all these items, you start to realize that your brain feels a little bit fuzzy. It's almost as if you haven't slept in days. Just your level of cognition is low, poor. So, what do you do?
Okay.
Looking at the archways, is there a sun above any of them?
No. Oh, sorry, a sun?
Yeah, the suns.
No.
The suns are mysterious.
But I'm guessing there's not a sign either.
No.
Did anyone catch the first item on that list too? Because I think I got them all down except for the first item and the last one, which I know.
Unbleached candle.
Sun bleached candle.
Yep.
This is an odd collection of stuff.
Well, first and foremost, I'm going for that shovel because I already have 2 shovels that are actually hand axes.
I look at this stuff. I think it's mostly looks like mining equipment. Do I like? Do I look? Do any of the archways look like they lead into a mine?
No.
Hmm.
Actually, I could see that being more as like a well digging material. Just got the shovel there. There's that
I-
well in the middle of town, right?
I'm gonna pick up the bucket and hand it to the druid and say, "Can you please fix this one first?"
Richard, real quick, I'm going to go back and say one thing. You actually can't tell. Now, the answer is still no, because I did already give it to you, but through the archways, you can't quite see what's beyond them,
Okay.
especially from the center of the city.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I cast mending on the cracked bucket.
Okay.
I take the bucket and I tie it to one of my good ropes, and then I put it down the well.
Okay. You put the bucket down the well.
Does the
Did I
well
hear a
does the well have
splash or
water in it?
anything?
It does not.
Okay, it's an empty well.
Druid, fill this well.
I can only make 10 gallons of water. Leave me alone. And it
That's
costs a
10 more
spell
than I can
slot.
make.
Does the well have a bottom? Like, do I hear the bucket hit the bottom?
I don't know how deep wells normally are. Yeah, the well has a bottom, I guess, if you have enough rope. So, sure.
Cool. I'll
I
bring
light a
up the
torch and
bucket.
drop it down the well.
Okay. You see it fall and fall and fall and extinguish.
Ah.
Did it sound like it hit water at the bottom?
No.
Okay. It just went out.
I'm gonna, just in the sake of time, the well is fairly arbitrary, guys. I mean, sometimes a well is simply a well.
Well, why didn't we know that beforehand?
I cast mending on the frayed clothes and try to examine it to see if there's anything significant about the clothes that is indicative of who wore them or anything like that.
They're very common clothes.
Okay. Alright, I'm bored. I'm gonna go explore the town.
Common for what region?
What do you mean with the clothes?
Yeah, are they like common for desert, for city, town?
We could say.
forest?
I mean, they're very general. They're a loose fitting set of white tannish shirts, pants, hats. It's very generic. I mean, it could be worn in the desert. Is breathable enough. It would also be acceptable in a city. It's nothing of high class or value by any means.
Is the tent that was there like set up?
No, it's collapsed.
Okay. I peek through the tent anyway, see if there's anything inside. Like,
There's not.
okay. I pick up the shovel. I'm gonna bring that with me.
Okay.
Guess I wasn't getting it. That was the first thing I went to.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. You said you declared that, then you have the shovel then.
Yeah.
I guess I bring the pickaxe then.
Can
So
I
drawn
clean
off.
the tent?
Oh, sure. Go for it.
I want to see what made the holes.
It's indiscernible, really. It's
Age,
nothing.
creepy,
It
flashing.
doesn't look like any damage from weapons. They're just holes. They're wear and tear.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, does anyone else have any bright ideas here?
I was exploring the town to see what's going on around town.
Yeah. So Dronoff, which archway are you going to?
Well, when I was a young lad, I heard, "Go west, young man." So I'm going east.
Okay.
There's no east one.
You hit a wall.
And that was entirely just due to him not liking me told what to do.
I look at him like, you know
fine.
that one's collapsed, right? Like you can't.
Fine. Go west. Fuckers.
As you walk beneath the archway to the west, it's apparent that the area once belonged to one or possibly many weaponsmiths. Well-worn weapons stand upon racks and counters throughout the area. A number of tools have similarly been scattered about. However, most of them are near a large cold furnace which stands at the back wall.
Are the weapons well made?
Not particularly. They're not bad. They're very run-of-the-mill. Age has definitely worn them down.
Yeah.
As you look at them, they're actually kind of odd weapons. So I'll go ahead and I'll read through them real quickly, just the inventory of the room. All right, notes ready, set, go. A stout wooden barrel bound with iron. A crowbar of quality steel. A well-worn hammer. An hourglass half filled with sand. A long, stout glaive. A quarterstaff of hard wood with a headpiece of bright red coral, which you actually see in color. A heavy crossbow with a quiver of bolts. A titanic great axe with two long, fierce-looking edges. A ceremonial-looking halberd. Sari, shut up. A light yet sturdy hollow steel lance. A strange-looking trident with 9 points. I don't know what a 9-pointed trident would be, but we're going with trident.
A trident.
I guess. A trident. Yes, I like it. A serrated war pick and a frayed net.
I will take the great axe.
How tall are you?
I am 6 feet tall.
Awesome. You, like, as you pick up this weapon, it feels great in your hands. And I'm talking, this thing is huge, but it feels good.
Like Cloud's Buster Sword huge? Or smaller than that?
I'll leave it up to you.
Alright, I'm thinking, I'm just envisioning like Buster Sword size.
Okay.
I'm like dragging this shit on the ground.
Okay.
But it feels good.
Like a puppy with its favorite toy.
I can touch it. Like it
What?
feels okay.
Oh, yeah, it feels great.
Alright,
It's almost like it was made for you.
this is mine now. I kind of glare at them all. Unless you want to take it from me.
Who needs some baby weapons like that? There's a real man's weapon over here. Grab the crowbar and the war pick.
I just start chuckling like I would to a
What?
small
Okay.
child.
Which one had color in it again? You said
The
The
coral crown.
quarterstaff.
coral crown.
Yeah,
Oh,
the-
coral
what's
crown.
the
I thought
crown?
it was a quarter.
What's the
No, it's a
crown?
quarterstaff with a coral on top.
Okay,
Oh,
that's what I
Okay,
thought it was. I was gonna say,
quarterstaff. Coral on top.
So as you guys
I
examine-
I go
Sure.
to grab for that. but-
Okay. As you grab the quarterstaff, you do see the piece of coral is a bright red, but as you look at it for more than a second, it turns gray.
Oh man.
Oh, look, you broke it.
I'd like to investigate the coral to see if there's anything I can tell about why it's in color and nothing else is.
Okay. I want to roll for it.
Okay, that's not going to be very good. Probably not going to give me anywhere. It's in flat 8.
Okay, so here's what's interesting. You look at the coral, and it's nothing you've ever seen in any desert you've been in, but there's nothing otherwise strange about it. The fact that you're finding coral in the smith of a desert city is it raises a bit of question in your mind, but it's a piece of coral staff.
I'm just going to put it on my back.
Make an intelligence check.
It's okay. 13.
You've seen this before. You've seen this staff before.
Okay. Do I have any idea where?
If you prod around in your mind, you might be able to find where it is. And if you come up with it, then I will confirm it for you or deny it. But we can do that as we go. What else are you guys doing?
Well, what we have left there is the wooden barrel, the hourglass, the crossbow, halberd. Did you take the halberd or the glaive?
Sorry?
Yeah, who took? Kai, did you
Nobody
take-
took the halberd.
Okay,
took
I
the
wasn't
great
sure.
I took the glaive.
Okay, halberd, glaive. I've been trying to mark this down and I missed it. Halberd, glaive, the lance, the trident, and the.
I want to grab.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
Oh, in my reckless swinging around of this great axe, since I'm so impressed at myself that I can swing it around, I attempt to crush the barrel.
You cut straight through it, similar to as a katana through bamboo. This axe is sharp.
Is there anything in the barrel? Or was it
There's
just a
not.
barrel?
It had an open top. There was no,
Oh, okay.
like you see, but you slice that barrel.
I'm gonna grab
Awesome.
the hourglass.
Okay.
Don't think there's anything else here for us. If there was anything here for us to begin with.
I mean, I got a war pick. That's awesome. And a crowbar to match my other crowbar.
I start heading. Let's see. I start heading south,
Okay. So
leaving everything there.
let's see. The area beyond the south or the southernmost archway is strangely dark compared to the rest of the city. It's hard to tell what actually lies beyond the passage without drawing closer.
I turn back. You guys coming or what?
I'm following.
Are you walking?
Is that an order?
Are you walking into the archway?
No, I'm just looking
Okay.
at it.
Yeah, you really can't see what's beyond it. It's fairly dark.
And then, can I tell from this distance that the other archways, are they lit?
Some of them are indeed brighter than others.
I'm kind of uncomfortable with this dark area, so I will head to the southwest instead.
Okay. As you approach the southwestern archway, you hear what sounds like music and merriment from afar.
All right, I say we go that way. There might be some booze.
Ooh,
The big guy's afraid of the dark.
I turn at her. I glare. We
I
all
glare
are afraid-
back.
We all are afraid of something. I wonder what you're afraid
Yeah,
of.
but you're afraid of the dark, you namby-pamby.
There's 12 suns here. How are you afraid of the dark?
Are we walking through the southwestern archway?
I am. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we are at this point.
Okay. I ask because it does. They are different areas, so I want to make sure.
Right.
As you walk through the tall archway, you're greeted by a pleasantly temperate subterranean room. A number of tables stand throughout the area, each boasting a basket of warm bread next to a dish of butter. Glass bottles filled with various alcohols line shelves behind the bar, and a number of pitchers filled with sweet-smelling wine have been placed strategically for dinner service throughout the room. Despite the warm food and drink, the tavern appears to be empty.
In that case,
Do I
I
still
spy
hear the
rat.
sounds of music and merriment?
You don't. As soon as you walk in,
You cut out. Hello?
sorry. Hello?
Hi.
hello.
Mic check. You don't. As soon as you walked into the tavern, the sounds were gone.
It was just probably some ghosts. Now I'm just kind of like looking for the best, strongest alcohol there is.
Within the tavern, you're able to find a number of woven baskets full of warm bread, a variety of glass bottles filled with various alcohols, a number of jugs filled with sweet-smelling wine, a steel pen atop a book of recorded transactions, and a small pile of sheet music resting beneath a finely crafted dulcimer.
A dulcimer? What is that?
Yes. Think, how is the best way to describe this? Lap guitar.
Oh, okay. It's...
I'll pick it up and try to play it.
Okay, give me a performance check.
I nat one.
Yeah, you don't know how to play it.
Oh,
Your
that's
fingers
fine.
are a little large for this dulcimer.
Okay, that's a lot better than what I would have done with that one, but okay.
I examined the sheet music.
You look at it and there is it is sheet music, but as you try to read it, your brain goes fuzzy again. You can't, like, you can look at it and you can see the score, but you can't understand it. You can't hear it. Assuming you could read music, you can't even hear it in your head.
All right, where's the void fish?
Yep, that's exactly what I was just thinking.
Okay, what about the book with the basically the guest book and who bought what?
It's no more than a ledger purchases, basically saying this was purchased and used, this was purchased and used, this was ordered, this was purchased and used. It's
And I can read it.
yes.
Okay. Well, then back to what I was doing before, looking for the best liquor there is here.
There's a lot of good liquor. What pick a color bottle. I mean,
A color bottle. I'm grabbing what I can. I got a backpack. I can take what I want.
are you drinking anything?
Yes.
Okay. Pick a
I-
color.
Brown.
You crack open the bottle and you begin to drink it. And when you picked it up, you could tell that there was definitely weight to it. There was something in the bottle, but as you start to drink it, nothing enters your mouth.
Okay.
You take the bottle away from your lips and you feel it, and it's empty.
And then I try again with a green.
Same thing happens.
Blue.
The same thing.
I pick
Everything. All
I
of them.
pick up a random bottle and I sort of like lob it in the air and try to smash it on the floor and see if there's liquid inside of it when it smashes.
There's not. It's empty.
Alright, then I'm just... God, this place is worthless. Worst bar I've ever been in. Just, like, take my
Now-
crow hammer and just smash as many
Hold
bottles as
on.
I can.
As you say that, the worst bar you have ever been in, as you say those words, a bottle appears in front of you on one of the tables. What's in it?
That's an excellent question.
Is it colored?
What color is it? What color is it, Dronoff? What color is the bottle?
Wait,
Wait, you can see the colors?
that's interesting.
You can see the colors. What color is it, Dronoff?
What color is it? Burgundy.
It is burgundy. And what's in it?
Why, nothing more than the finest ale I've ever seen.
And such it is from your homeland. You could never mistake the taste.
This. All right. I take back what I said.
What are we doing?
Now I'm
I'm s-
open. I'm tasting to make sure it's not actually just air.
No, it is actually the ale.
Drink half, cap it off, then put it in my backpack for later.
Okay. What else are we doing, guys?
I'm gonna go eat some bread.
Okay. You bite into it and nothing happens. It's as if it was never there. Rinse
See?
and repeat from the bottle thing for time's sake.
Ghost bread. You just
I-
gotta insult them.
I
I
don't
threw a
know.
piece of bread at Glory.
As it would have hit his chest, it just ceases to exist. It just kind of vanishes into those orbs of light and float off.
I, not picking up the bread, just sort of reach down and try to take a bite out of it while it's still on the table.
Nope. Same
Uh,
result.
This is the worst food I've ever not eaten.
And on the table in front of you appears a plate of food. What's on it?
Why, of course, it is nothing more than the finest. And not even really the finest. It's basically just roast like general meats.
And yes, it is. And you eat it. And you do.
At this point, I'm just like pointing to it and laughing at everyone. You see, you gotta just give them the piss. You just gotta throw them right in the piss and they'll figure out what you gotta get.
I looked at the ceiling and said, I'd like some pita and kebabs.
And it appears.
I start scratching my head. That's when I did ask for it, so I eat some of it.
And you do. This goes on for some time.
I'd
Uh,
like
All the food
some
and drinks that you
answers.
request. You don't get anything. What do you do?
Some music?
Music starts playing. You can't tell where from, but there's music.
Hmm.
Okay, I like the dark place better.
I agree.
What do you
I
do?
get up and start gesture towards May to start walking that way.
Okay, we're walking back to the south, correct?
I
To the
think
dark one?
So yeah.
So once again, the area beyond the southernmost archway is strangely dark compared to the rest of the city. It's hard to tell what lies beyond the passage without drawing closer.
Before we go, I'm just gonna leave 5 silver on the table.
As you do.
I look at Glory and say, "You coming?"
Oh, Loviatar, save me. And I just pat the tattoo adorning my back and I walk in.
As you draw closer to the southernmost archway, you see what appears to be a number of humanoids standing within the shadows. As far as you can tell, the figures seem to be standing still. However, the area is so poorly lit, it's hard to really tell.
I have dark vision. Does that count?
No. You use your dark vision and you have the same vision as everyone else.
I cast Produce Flame and just hold it in my hand and sort of start walking that way.
As you cross beneath the archway, you're able to truly see what lies beyond. A number of wooden mannequins stand amidst an open-air armory, each wearing a suit of armor. As you may have expected, there's nobody within the market area. A number of seemingly random tools and pieces of armor remain from their days of use. However, it appears that most of it has been taken. Unfortunately, that which remains is of less than ideal quality. That which is in this area includes a length of rusted yet fairly sturdy chain, an hourglass, half of which is cracked, a set of colorful robes, a standard set of padded leather armor, a set of rough hide armor, an intricate metal breastplate, a set of sparkling chainmail, and a tower shield emblazoned with what?
A whip.
Emblazoned with a whip. A tower shield emblazoned with a whip.
I walk up to the tower shield. Is it in color?
It's not.
All right.
I
I
look at.
take it.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Continue.
I'm really confused because it has the symbol of my god on it.
As it does.
I mean, I'm looking at the chainmail because it's like, well, if this mine ain't sparkling. This one's sparkling. I want the better sparkly armor.
It is very sparkly. It's very fine chainmail.
I'll get the hourglass.
Okay.
I go for the colorful robes. What color are they?
They're just generally colorful, many colors. And as you pick them up, they go gray. And similarly to the staff before, you think you've seen them before.
What's the traveler holding these things?
As you think of the traveler, they were.
Okay.
And just for a split second, you see color in everything. Everything has color. And then it's gone.
Okay.
All of you see that.
I think
What
I
just
had
happened?
a stroke for a moment there.
I think these things belong to the traveler. At least the colorful things.
So what? We're just supposed to find more.
Maybe.
I look at the hourglass. Is it the same size as the other hourglass in the tavern?
It is. I mean, yeah, it's the same size. This one is cracked on one side.
I
Wait, where's
cast
the one in the
mending
tavern?
on the hourglass.
You mend the hourglass.
I flip it over.
And it hourglasses.
I like how you made that a verb.
It does what hourglasses do.
What do?
I'm taking the chainmail.
I'm cutting the tower shield in pieces.
As you do. The axe cuts through it with ease.
My goddess does not protect. And I walk off.
What do you walk?
I walk northeast.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone's doing in this room before I continue?
Um,
Because I'm taking the chainmail, is there anything special about it, or is it just sparkly?
It is finely crafted chainmail.
Okay, so thematically, it doesn't have anything that I need to worry about. So I'm just changing.
It is finely crafted chainmail.
Okay, that means I can just change the name to Sparkly Chainmail.
you said the breastplate was intricate.
It is. How is
I-
it intricate?
Oh, okay. It's got floral designs on one
And
of the
so it
shoulder
does.
plates. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I can't
Anyone
actually
else?
use breastplates, so I walk away.
No, I'm good with my sparkly armor now.
Okay, northeast.
Northeast.
The northeastern archway leads to what is the largest area that you found yet. Hundreds of stout wooden bookshelves reside within this large hall, countless books spilling from their frames. Within the center of the library stands a desk at which sits a skeleton. It sits upright, yet is motionless. It gazes towards the entryway, yet seems to look beyond you. Lastly, a number of items have been scattered throughout the area. Within the library, you find a number of weathered books, a rotting scroll case, a bottle of black ink, and numerous pieces of paper, blank paper.
Well, get to putting them up for silver pieces.
Okay. What? I go over to the skeleton and grab his arm and go, all right now, you better be quiet in my library, otherwise I'm gonna throw you out. Make no bones about it.
The skeleton doesn't move as you approach. Its clothes have turned to dust and its bones picked dry by time. It appears to be completely devoid of life.
Oh, no, I was picking up its arm and, Weekend at Bernie's Bernie's for this shit.
It doesn't move.
Come on, you bastard.
Even now, it stares towards the center of the city, motionless.
Stop defiling
Upon the
dead.
desk in front of the skeleton rests a lonely piece of paper, a few words scrawled across the top.
What does it say?
My eyes long gone, yet my bones still fine. Give me sight with stones like wine.
There's plenty of blank paper on the floor, you said, right?
Yes.
I grab a blank piece of paper and I go to the bottle of ink. Is there a pen nearby?
There is not.
Okay, then. Great. Do I have anything that I could reasonably... No, I don't have
There's
anything.
the pen back in the tab.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
We'll skip forward. You go and get the pen and bring it back. What do you do?
And then I come back and I just, on the piece of paper, I write, "You're fired," and just slip it in front of the guy.
Okay. You do that.
And then I try moving his arm. Does that change anything?
No. Other than that, what do you do?
Ooh, I know.
What's that?
I run back to the tavern and I ask for 2 ruby stones, I guess.
Nope.
I look around for any type of stoneware.
Nope.
I ask for 2 bottles of wine.
And they appear.
I go back to the skeleton and I take the pen and I draw 2 eyes. And I color them in with the wine.
You don't. As you attempt to touch the skeleton with the pen, the wine turns to those same golden orbs that float off.
Is there anything in the scroll case?
You open it up, and there is nothing.
And the books are blank too?
You look at the books.
Yeah.
One of the books is a brass-bound book of light sandy leather titled The Princess of the Sands.
I read that one before. It's not a great read. You get sent to a desert,
I open it up.
You don't. It doesn't open.
I try to pry it.
It doesn't.
Is this the part where we watch Spaceballs the movie in the middle of Spaceballs the movie?
We just gotta fast forward to see what happens next.
What do you do?
I turn to the party. I think I know where we are.
In Spaceballs the movie?
Oh, really?
I hold up the
What
book.
gave you that idea?
Shut up, dwarf. And I pat him on the head.
I take my crowbar and
Maybe the princess is the traveler.
Could be.
Maybe. We need to find these eyes. And I walk off. I head north.
From the outside of the northernmost archway, you're able to see the area within quite easily. Natural light pours into what appears to have once been a bank. A dozen tellers' windows stand halfway into the cavern, however, a few of them have collapsed to reveal an area behind.
I head off towards the collapsed area.
As you enter the bank, it's apparent that it was, and if anyone has anything that we can all go back. It appears that it was constructed with a high level of talent. Veins of precious metals arc through the walls of smooth sandstone bricks until they meet the floor, upon which they gather towards the center of the room beneath a large white marble fountain. Overhead, there are a number of skylights which allow light to flood into the room. Strangely, you don't remember passing over any glass as you approach the city from the north. The light dances upon the water of the fountain, however, there's nobody to care for it. Aside from you, the bank is empty. Various tools of trade stand within the bank, however, there is nothing truly out of the ordinary. And upon the teller's window, you find an abacus of frail wood, a tarnished silver bell, a black quill, and a bright red sealing wax. Some bright red sealing wax.
I take the sealing wax
You do.
and I head back to the skeleton.
You do.
I pop it in his eyes.
You don't.
Ah!
Okay. In that case, could I take my war pick and or crowbar and start prying out whatever red gems I see that were emblazoned in the wall?
You don't. There aren't any.
Oh, I thought.
No,
Okay.
precious metals.
Precious metals. I misheard you.
And this stonework is far nicer than what you saw earlier. It just keeps getting better. You're a kid in a shop.
Yeah, at that point, I'm just. All right, let's get another one.
Nope.
I take the bell and ring it.
It rings. That's the first sound you've heard, really, within the town, other than your own footsteps and anything you've touched. It's quiet. It's really quiet.
Oh, I have such a dumb idea.
There are no dumb ideas at my table.
Okay.
You guys have thrown people over acid. Go ahead.
That
Let's see
worked,
it.
okay? Shut up.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Okay. I'm gonna run down to the armory, grab that crossbow, come back, burst in the door of the bank, and go, "All right, I'm here to make a withdrawal."
And you do.
And the rest
As
of us
you
are
do
like,
that-
what are you doing?
As you do that, one of the teller windows crumbles. One of the ones that was standing.
Oh yeah, there's teller
Okay.
windows.
How
Can
many
I-
teller windows are left?
11.
Did he get anything? Did you get anything from the withdrawal?
He did not.
All right, I'm looking for 2. Count them, 2 red gems.
As you say that, through the teller window that just collapsed, you see a chest in the back area.
Okay. I walk over to it, still waving the crossbow in the air madly.
Within the back room, you're able to find a sturdy steel lock, a fine magnifying glass, a set of well-balanced merchant scales, a signet ring of House Vivictus, and a chest of hard wood bound with steel and a large lock.
All right, now, give me the key, and no one gets hurt.
And you find a key.
This is so dumb, and I love it.
Where'd I put that? Dear God. Hold on. You find a key of dark red ruby besides the chest, beside the chest.
Right. Okay, so can I pop it into the chest and
You do. And it
unlock?
shatters as it unlocks. The chest is full of gems of all colors. This is the most color you've seen in your time here.
Okay. Before the color fades, I want to grab 2 red ones that I know for a fact are red.
You grab 2 dark rubies, And as you look back in the chest, it's empty.
I should have been as specific as I was, but okay.
Now, here's the thing. They don't lose their color.
Quick,
Right.
quick.
At that
Run!
point, I'm just running. All right, and now wait 10 minutes before you call the guards. Otherwise, I'll burst back in here and kill a lot of you.
Okay.
I briefly think about chastising him for continuing this roleplay, but I'm like, it's actually working so far.
So what do you do?
And then I run out to the library.
Okay.
All right, I may have had to rob a bank for these, but I got them.
Okay.
And then I go up to the skeleton and try and pop him in his eye sockets.
And you do. 2 new lines of words have appeared on paper. A gift of eyes, yet there is no light. Ignite a candle of purest white.
Oh, we got that candle
Oh.
from outside.
Yeah. I go grab the sun bleach candle.
Okay.
I produce flame on top of it.
Another 2 lines. I'm assuming you put it back on.
Yeah.
Another 2 lines appear. Time has been cruel, my clothes degraded. Find me new robes from which color has not faded. And as you read this line, your vision flickers back. You see color again. Everything is in color, and this time for a few seconds. 5, 6, 8 seconds, and then it's gone. It's back to gray.
I go grab the robes from the armory.
You do. And they're colorful.
And I go to dress up a skeleton.
And you do. Another 2 lines appear. Your intentions seem true, your actions moral. Please fetch my staff with its head of coral.
Oh, yank the staff off my back.
And as you read those lines, again, the color comes back, this time for nearly half a minute. What do you do?
I give the thing to Skeleton Bob.
Give him the staff.
Yep.
And there was something that I need to mention, is that when you went back out to
I had
gather
the staff on
the
my
robes,
back. Okay.
No, I know. When you went to gather the robes, there was something different about the city too. The portal, the rift overhead had grown larger.
Interesting.
So you hand over the staff.
Yes.
You hear a groaning sound from outside, and another 2 lines of text appear. Dreams of far lands flood into my mind. A quill of steel I bid you find.
Oh. The pen. I just.
Yep.
Give
He
it
already
to him.
has the pen, so.
And color flashes again. You have color for almost a full minute now.
This is
And you
trippy
put it
as
on the
fuck,
table.
guys.
Sorry, I need to send Kai another piece of music here. Oops.
It's happening.
I should have sent this forever ago, but
I just like you're moral. Yes, I just had to rob a bank for your eyes.
okay. And as you put that onto the table, 2 more lines appear. A pen with no ink and no paper, alas, the book of leather bound with brass.
I hand over the princess in sand.
And you do, and you hear a loud groaning from outside.
Perhaps we should investigate that groaning.
It's probably fine.
I'd take a look outside.
Okay. Well, Kai, sorry, that was the shortest lived piece of music ever. I should have given it to you at the beginning of the library there, but you kind of blew through all the objectives at once. Goodness.
We did.
We did solve the entire freaking thing before actually seeing the riddles.
Yeah.
The rift overhead has now become very large. It seems to be straining just for moments before something falls from within it. A traveler, the traveler. Shortly afterwards, a small horde of dog-sized scorpions begins to surround the traveler once again as they pour from the rift. And let's roll some initiative.
15.
6.
10.
5.
Oh boy. Okay. One more time. Jonah 15, Zara 5.
6.
10.
Okay. May 10. Glory 6. You have a dozen of these scorpions in front of you, similar to as when you first entered this desert. Top of the order, drone off, go.
Okay, about how far are we from them?
Melee range.
Oh, melee.
Go for
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were like 10 feet away, 20 feet away, 30 or whatnot, but in that case, I know your weakness. Pull out my crowbar hammer, warhammer, and go for a smash. That's a net 20. I'm pretty sure it's dead and then some.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a 17.
Yeah, that kills.
I'd say.
May.
I'm gonna hit one with my longsword. 16 for 16, and then 10 points of damage.
Dead.
And then I'm gonna call to the traveler. We're here to help you.
She doesn't respond. Glory.
I will try to swing my Titanic Great Axe in as wide an arc as I can.
Okay.
Nat 1.
Yeah, there's no repercussion, but you miss kind of embarrassingly. Zara.
It's the traveler in the center of these scorpions again? Or
Yes. And then the remainder of you are, as you enter combat, really, and just kind of in the fray.
how many of these can I catch with a thunder wave without also including the traveler?
Let's say 3.
Alright, well I do that.
Okay.
So make a DC 13 Constitution.
Save, fail, save.
So on this, okay, it's 2d8. So that's 11. So half to
Dead.
5 on the one that saves. And yeah.
Dead and dead. Great. Yeah, you obliterate 3 of these as you initiate this thunderclap, and 3 of them just basically they melt to dust in front of you. Scorpion's turn. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 remaining. That's a nat 1. That's a 5, 8, 10, and an 18. The 18 is on Glory, and that'll be a whopping 2 points of damage. 3 more. Oh boy. We have 1 on May and 1 on Zara. Zara, you take 3 points. May, you take 5.
Ouch.
Dronoff. Actually, I need to, before you do your turn, I don't know if you heard me. It sounds like you're missing. The scorpions, now fewer in numbers, begin to attack with a newfound vigor. The portal above you begins to expand once again, a groaning sound coming from within. The traveler slows their dance for a moment to examine the rift, long enough for a stinger of a scorpion to tear through the cloak which once hid their face. The traveler is a woman. Her eyes are rich, dark red. Her brown hair flows through the wind as she ducks beneath the scorpion before tossing it aside with her staff of... Top of the order, Dronoff.
All right, on to the next scorpion. And unfortunately, I don't hit because a 9 does not hit.
No, it does not.
Yeah, I was just giving you a warning shot.
My.
I'm gonna lay on hands and heal myself.
Okay. You do that.
That's it.
Glory.
Swinging my axe again.
Okay.
13.
Okay, that hits.
What do I roll for damage? Is it just a normal great axe?
1d8. Wait, is Great Axe 1d8?
No,
no.
great axe is 1d12.
Okay, 1d12. Sorry, go for it. Yep.
10.
Okay, so here's the interesting thing. You cleave through one and your stroke continues to another. You annihilate 2 of these with a single swing of your great axe. Zara,
Throw wide, and I just stare at the axe.
you have 5 left.
I'm going to step up next to the traveler, like raise my shield and swing a scimitar at the closest one to her.
Okay.
11.
That hits. Kai, are you listening to this music, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Alrighty. This is going to be fun for you.
That's only 3 slashing damage, though.
Does not kill,
Off
but
by
that's
1.
okay. I got to... Kai's really going to love this. So, the rift, or let's see. The rift begins to truly strain, releasing a sound describable only as that of the wail of a banshee. An extremely large scorpion falls from the rift, crushing her children below. Poison seeps from 3 stingers which dance behind her. Let's go. Top of the order, Dronoff.
Okay. Now I'm really mad, and if I was a barbarian, I would be raging, but I'm not. So I'm going for another. Just, all right, you're dying today with 20.
Alrighty, that hits.
And yeah, 6.
6 damage. All right.
That is the lowest I've rolled thus far for damage.
May.
I guess I'll just attack it. And 12.
12 does not hit.
Dang.
Glory.
I'll start cackling and say, finally, something worthy of being killed. And I'll squeeze the thorn bracelet on my arm again and go into a rage and just charge off at the big mama.
All right.
14.
Does not hit.
All right.
Zara.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire behind the scorpion so it hits the scorpion, but not my 3 compatriots.
But
Okay.
friendly fire is
So
friendly.
make a
Come on.
dexterity saving throw.
That is a 19 plus 1. That's a...
Dang. Okay. Well, that's shitty.
All right. Scorpion's turn. Oh, you guys are so... Got a 4, an 11, and a 10. The 3 stingers of the scorpion come crashing down amidst the 3 of you. You're all able to jump out of the way as dust flies through the center of this city. The stones beneath you crack. They don't repair. Top of the order, Dronoff.
Okay. Well, this is dangerous. Wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, no, I'm keeping my shield on, so. Another war crowbar strike. Yet another 20.
Hits.
For 11 bludgeoning.
Nice. My
I missed.
Glory.
I would like to reckless swing this time.
All right.
18.
That hits.
Right. 14 points of damage.
Nice. You cut out one of the legs beneath the scorpion. Zara.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire again because it's really
All right.
good. Make a dex save.
6 plus 1 is a 7.
That
Not gonna do it.
fails. It is now outlined in a faint green glow, generating dim light. All attacks against it have advantage.
Dope. All right. Scorpion's turn though. And unfortunately, Glory, it's gonna have advantage. And it re-rolled in that one. Holy cow. 14 to Glory.
That is
All right. That's going to be 10 damage.
Is it piercing?
It is piercing, so you do get your
So
resistance.
5.
Zara, a 17.
Oh yeah, that hits me.
That is also going to be 10 damage.
I'm out of spell slots and only have 3 hit points.
And drain off, 17.
17 does
Yep.
not hit.
No? Oh, man.
AC of
You.
18.
So this thing comes crashing down, and you see 2 of your compatriots get impaled by these stingers. There's poison seeping through them. And you see it coming. You parry this thing. You parry the tail as it comes crashing down with your shield. Take an attack of opportunity against it.
Awesome. 16
That'll hit.
for 8 bludgeoning.
Thing's hurting. Everyone that got hit, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
I also rolled a natural 1.
Oh, baby. This poison is more potent than you guys even thought. You each take 5 points of damage
I
as
am
this poison
unconscious.
courses through your veins. And Zara goes down.
Also, that breaks my concentration on the fairy fire. So, shit.
Top of the order, drain off.
Well, if it keeps working, you keep doing it. Going for... Are there any extremities nearby to Scorpion, like any claws, like the tail? Is it like laying by me, or is it legs? I'm trying to just remember.
I mean, Glory did cut off one of its legs.
Okay, well, in that case, I will, follow suit and try and crush one to maybe make it not so mobile.
All right.
With a nat 20.
Oh, baby, roll the damage.
11.
Total?
Yeah, that was an unfortunately low roll.
Yeah, it is still standing.
Yeah, because the crit... No, wait. The crit should include my damage modifier for strength.
May? I don't know.
May.
May?
And
that
it's,
should be
I
higher.
got a 12, so I think
12 does not hit. Glory?
Alright, I will swing recklessly again.
Okay.
18 again.
18 hits, and it hits well.
Oh, no.
To the floor with you dice.
Plus 8. With 3 of that being necrotic damage.
So here's what I see happening is Zara goes down, and in a rage, Glory begins whirlwinding beneath this scorpion. 1 leg, 2 legs, 3 legs. They start being lopped off as this viciously sharp axe cuts through them. You come out to the other side. You cut off 2 of its 3 stingers, and you whirlwind back around before bringing your axe down upon its neck, and it falls limp.
I just hop on top of it and I keep hacking away at it, just laughing maniacally.
I run over to Zara.
Okay.
And can I make a medicine check to try and
Sure.
put her back up?
Sure.
18.
Zara, you are conscious again. You're hurting really. Feel very chilled as this poison just courses through your.
Do I still have
your
0
veins.
hit points?
You have 1.
I have 1 hit point.
As a gargantuan scorpion falls to its belly, the woman turns to you. She smiles and says, "Thanks for helping me deal with that thing. I know you probably weren't planning for any of this to happen today, huh?" And as she begins to talk to you, you notice that you're beginning to disappear. Your fingertips, then your hands begin to disintegrate into small orbs of light which float towards the sky above. She says, "It's lonely here, I guess that we didn't really get a chance to talk, but thanks. Thanks for helping me write my story." And your arms and legs and torso are now gone. Your eyes are nearly blinded by the rising lights. The last thing you see is the woman's smile, the smile of the Princess of the Sands. You find yourself back in the library of the Mages Guild of Silverwolf. Princess of the Sands is in the center of the table between you all. It seems as if a moment has passed since you opened the book to begin with. Your eyes meet each other's in confusion and awe, and thus ends the story of the Princess of the Sands.
Nice.
So, really quickly, for completing this adventure, you will receive the following rewards dependent upon your level. Level 1. You will gain 1 level worth of experience, 1 potion of healing, and 150 gold. Level 2. You receive 1 level worth of experience and 50 gold. And anyone that's level 3 or higher gains 1 level of experience.
Cool.
And that's it. That's all I have prepared for you guys today.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was delightfully weird.
Yes.
So here's where I started going. I wanted to make something, and unfortunately, Kai was the only one listening to the music, and the music was very not eerie almost, but I don't know. I can send it to you guys later, and you can determine it for yourself. I went almost a Studio Ghibli-esque type of adventure on this one, with a little bit of influence from Journey, which is where I pulled that art from that I sent into Discord.
Right.
There are a couple things. If you guys have any questions, I would love to just tear apart this adventure so you guys can have anything answered for fun. I do have to stand up real quick. I'll be right back.
Right.
So if anyone needs to take off, go for it. Otherwise, I'll be right back.
I am
could
gonna
say-
end the stream, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to take off immediately.
Okay.
So thank
Later.
you for viewing, folks, if you viewed.